Hi, I'm Dennis Murray, and we're here today in Lower Manhattan at the offices of Richard Gurfein and Preston Douglas, two attorneys who describe themselves as lawyers with an edge. Now, what that means is that they have degrees in engineering and biology hanging on the wall right alongside their law degrees, so that they, more than most attorneys, actually understand how the laws of physics and other scientific principles can actually support your side of the story. And most importantly, they know how to explain that to the jury. They've tried hundreds upon hundreds of cases and won tens of millions of dollars in claims for their clients. And perhaps they can do it for you.
We are a boutique law firm. We specialize in personal injury cases such as medical malpractice, products liability, automobile accidents, and we take care of our clients. Our clients are the people who've been injured. We only represent the injured party in a lawsuit, and we get them the compensation that they need to go on with their lives.
You and your partner both have very interesting and diverse backgrounds, and you bring that into your law practice. Tell us about that.
We look at ourselves as being somewhat unique, very unusual. Before I became a lawyer, I was an electrical engineer. Before my partner became a lawyer, he was a biologist. He did cancer research. So between the two of us, we bring to the table a wealth of scientific background and knowledge. In today's courtroom, science plays a very big role. From the simple automobile case to the complex products liability case, scientific experts always come in and explain to the jury the principles, the physical principles that governed how the accident happened, and having the edge of having the background makes us just so much further ahead than anybody else.
So how does that affect what you do when you're standing in front of a witness or in front of a jury?
I think the most important part of being a scientist before being a lawyer is that when we first see a case, when we first hear about how an accident happened, we're not seeing it or hearing it as everybody else does. We're seeing the ruler come out. We're seeing the compass come out. We're measuring distances and times, and we're thinking in terms of what is the expert going to need in order to show that this happened because of somebody else's fault and not our clients. And I think that approach and the fact that it's something that we can convey to a jury, because not only did we have this expertise before we became lawyers, but we were both teachers before we became lawyers. So both of us have the experience of knowing how to present difficult concepts in a way that everybody can understand.
They know medicine, they know science, they really are wonderful lawyers, and they're wonderful people. The firm is small, we're like a family, and we try to treat our clients as if we would want our family to be treated.
They handled things, and they were very professional. If it wasn't for them, we probably would have had to sell our house. Through their actions on this lawsuit, we were able to stay in the house. We put an elevator in. My husband put a generator in case we lose power. And so, and I'm still on my comfortable house, and I'm able to stay here because of the lawsuit.
When you're a client at Gurfein Douglas, and you're not just being handled by one person in a corner of the office. And so it's really a complete effort that you're getting on your case.
How would you describe your approach to law?
Our firm approach is accessibility. Every client is told when they sign with us that they can always reach us. Our switchboard is open 24 hours. There's no meter running. We want the clients to call us. They're instructed that it's essential to communicate with their lawyers. We have a wonderful paralegal staff who have been with us many, many years. They're very partisan. They're very biased in favor of our clients. They want our clients to succeed. They want the cases to win, and they really care about what happens. And so many of our clients develop very strong bonds with the paralegal staff as well as the attorneys.
Suppose I'm someone who's been personally injured, or perhaps one of my loved ones has, and we're not really sure whether or not we even have a case. What do we do? What's our first step?
First, they should know that nobody will charge them anything to talk to us. They can pick up the phone. The phone numbers are answered all the time. If they pick up the phone and call us, one of us is likely to take the call. They'll probably have basic information like their name and address and phone number taken at the switchboard. But beyond that, the conversation will be with one of us, and we will help these people see what the legal issues are, help them decide themselves whether or not this is something that should be pursued, give them the information about what the law is, and then, as appropriate, invite them in. Again, we don't charge people to talk to them. They come in, we have a further conversation, and if they like us and we think that we can help them, then we'll ask them to engage us as their attorneys. The idea is that it is probably not a great idea for a person who is a layperson to decide whether they do or don't have a case. It's a good idea for them to call a lawyer. There are time limits on these cases. Some of the time limits are very strict and very short. If you need to sue a municipality, like the city of New York, for example, there's a 90-day time limit. And if you miss that time limit, you may never get a chance to do anything about the hurt that you've gotten. So you have to pick up the phone. You can't hesitate, and you can't fool around with this because of the time limits. And some of those time limits are written in stone and can't be changed, and will take away your rights if you don't call.
Paint a picture for us. Give us some sense of the types of huge obstacles a lot of your clients are up against when they come see you.
You know, everybody who's in an accident has the feeling of being overwhelmed, especially when they start to think of who is responsible, and if they're dealing with big insurance companies, major corporations, even City Hall, the whole idea of being able to get compensated for that on their own is just overwhelming. That's where we come in. Our experience, we have no hesitancy suing the biggest guy on the block, because that's what we do. We give the little guy the big voice, and that's our goal, to make sure that anybody who's been injured because of somebody else's fault has the ability to go to court and get compensated, even if that somebody is a giant. We're giant killers.
If you or someone you love has been hurt, don't waste time. Call Gurfein Douglas today. They're here to help. Reporting from Lower Manhattan, I'm Janice Marie.